Broodmother is still in the pool. Neither team has decided to ban it. However, Polaris taking the Broodmother now is kind of bad. You're up against the Naga Siren. It's just not a good matchup for the Brood. So uh, there's a Darkseer, though, if he wants to go for it. So I'm thinking Darkseer for Bok right now.
That could be quite nice, yeah. So you get the old vacuum into the terrorized land from Dark Willow. You pretty much shut down the entirety of the enemy's draft in that one little combination. So it would be nice to see if they do go for it. Yeah, then they got. It feels like they sort of tick all the boxes. You know, they have a bit of extra team fight, a bit of extra durability, and it's always nice as well having the surge to disengage from the Wukong's command as well. Like just quickly get out of that as fast as you can. So yeah, it would make a lot of sense.
He's also got the Pangolier, he's got the Doom if he wants to go for it, Dawnbreaker, Enigma, these are all heroes he plays there in the pool. And of course, it's all assuming that Akashi is going to be on the Marcy, which seems like the bet that we're all going with here. And they get rid of the Pudge. Would have been solid in the core role just because you're great against the Naga Siren, you're great against the Monkey King heal.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see.
Drafts are very open, you know, it's like Boom Esports, you got Monkey King, Tusk, Mirana. It's like two of these can go support. Maybe Tusk mid, Monkey King off lane. I don't know.
Would you prefer to see that? Like the Tusk as the mid instead and Monkey King as the 4?
No, I think I prefer to see the Monkey King mid.
Yeah.
I think I prefer the Monkey King mid and the Naga Siren carry. Tusk tag team with Naga Siren Illusions could feel like it could do a lot of work as well. It's when you see something too flexible, your brain goes into all these like, oh my god, there's so many possibilities, and just like so it starts going haywire with what everything can go. But Polaris feeling like an off lane, still think Darkseer and Broodmother would be the pick for them. Pangolier, of course, is also in the pool.
Yeah, I mean both teams have still got a hell of a lot of reserve time as well left.
Yeah.
This last year. I think in the last series people were down to like just 20 seconds for these final picks, but you know it's been a relatively speedy draft, so a lot of extra time that these guys can wiggle around, and yeah, really make sure they get the correct pickup right now. But what? Okay, so if it is a Marcy on the offlane, then what main carry would you want to go versus a Naga Siren and you know, potential mid monkey as well?
That's a tough one. Thinking of carries that can go up against Naga Siren is kind of tough, right? Like maybe an Ursa wouldn't be so bad. I think that Ursa would work pretty well, especially if it's like Tusk +1. What are they going to go with here? They go with the Doom. Okay, so it's going to be Box, Doom, Akashi on the Marcy, and mid Voice Spirit. All right. I mean, I said Doom as one of his options. I wasn't feeling it as much as the other ones because, you know, getting the Doom off on the Naga Siren can be a bit risky, but we'll see.
Wasn't it? Oh, sorry to cut in, but wasn't it actually Polaris that ran the position 1 Doom? Was that them?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Because we have seen the carry Doom as well. Yeah, that's a good point, right? We've seen him do really well with it. And if you can get the Aghanim Scepter on Doom, just jump on people, that's also really good against the Naga Siren, really good against the Monkey King. I'd like that. Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, it's a big question mark about what they're going to go for, though. It's like, I was just saying, their drops is still, you know, relatively open right now. I mean, maybe another skill to, you know, use the setup from the Naga Siren song. Like, 'cause obviously you can song into the Wukong setup, but, you know, potentially maybe...
Tide Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Could definitely be a nice little added pickup there just to help buff up that teamfight even more than it already is.
Their lockdown for the Voice Spirit's very limited, by the way. Mirana, Arrow, Tusk, Snowball, not good. Boundless Strike is if you can land it, but I feel like that usually, like maybe you can get it from the tree. Naga Siren Snares are fantastic, but again, Voice Spirit should be able to usually not get hit by that. Boom. Down to the last 10 seconds. I think it's going to be an FBZ hero. Mars is gone. Dragon Knight's gone. Centaur? I think it's going to go Centaur at the end. I think Centaur wouldn't be so bad for them.
Yeah, it could be a nice last little touch. And okay, it's actually a Phoenix.
Is it FBZ Phoenix?
Yeah.
Oh, please don't be FBZ Phoenix. Please not FBZ Phoenix. Okay, Zephyr's on the Mirana. Alright. Natsumi, Yopaj is gonna be the mid, so is it gonna be Monkey King, FBZ? Or is it gonna be... Oh man, FBZ. I remember... Okay, he took the Monkey King, thank God. I remember I'm sorry, but I remember watching TI and FBZ picked Phoenix in a bunch of those games, and I don't know what was up with that because it was not one of his heroes, and he did not look comfortable with them. But no, they give Phoenix to X-Nova, and that's a great team fight. Wukong's into Supernova, into Sleep. Obviously Sleep would be first. You put that next to an enemy tower, Polaris will not be able to fight in those situations.
Yeah,
But okay.
it's a lot of very large AoE control coming out from Boom
Mm.
Esports, and that's extremely handy to have. You know, you were saying about they don't have much catch for the Void Spirit, but I mean, if you've got these
Yes.
humongous areas where it's difficult for him to even come into, it kind of addresses him at the same time. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out. But it wasn't the carry Doom in the end. They do decide to whack it into the off lane, go with the much safer carry Marcy instead.
I don't like the Doom skin, this Cthulhu Doom with the squid face. I don't know. It feels like it doesn't look. It's more like Faceless Void than it's actually Doom. But all right. I mean, I guess it's all right. It's glance value still maintained, I suppose.
Yeah.
So your Pudge on the Tusk, very active here. He's a very active player on the Pudge. I think that I'm sorry on the Tusk. That's going to be really good like combination for him. And you do have Natsumi going late game with this Naga Siren, and it's very fairly solid as well with the arrow combo. So
Yeah, that's true. Because that was also something they were lacking in their draft, were those arrow setups. But now with the Olden snare coming out from Natsumi as well, should allow to get those like big 5-second stuns again and again. And obviously not quite going to be as effective as we saw in the Ricky in the previous series, because you know Natsumi is a core at the end of the day. He's going to be off farming,
yes.
not continuously looking for those kills.
I'm having a tough time picking. I honestly think that Boom Esports draft is a little bit better. It does have some significant downtime in the early levels with the sleep. Wukong's command's cooldown is also really low. Even Phoenix Egg starts at its 2 minutes. So, but on the other side, you have Doom. Like Doom's cooldown is almost 2 minutes and a half. It's a very long cooldown. Everyone else is very active though, so I think Polaris could outpace them, and then they could win the game that way. So.
Yeah.
70% I'm on Polaris.
Yeah. I mean, well, Gaben also just slightly leaning towards Polaris as well. They got that extra 2%, so you know, seems like he's in agreement. But yeah, it definitely feels like a lot of this game is going to be decided on just how the lanes go, and you know which team's going to be able to pull out ahead. But even in terms of just the bounty runes, it is going to be a standard 2-for-2 split there. So you know, the game's starting off as even as it possibly can.
Boom's team fight is incredible though. You know, like
Yeah.
it is pretty crazy. You can just sleep people, put the egg, let it run for like, 3-4 seconds, then turn it off, at which point it's gonna explode most of the time by like as people wake up. That is just massive. And you combine that with the Wukong, pretty strong. However, Monkey King Phoenix, not the most dangerous duo in the lane. You know, Phoenix in general is a hero that oftentimes you'll be sacrificing your health, but they're gonna start aggressive here. Already getting those 3 hits on Bach, and both Bach's taking quite a lot of damage early on.
Yeah, trying to bully him out as much as possible at the start, give plenty of space for FBZ. And I suppose, you know, obviously once the Monkey King hits that level 3, you'll probably have the 2 points into Jingu, and then it's just going to be that much more difficult for Bach. So it's, yeah, it doesn't feel like the lane will get much easier for them, but, you know, potentially they could get a kill onto X-Nova if he steps out of position. You've also always got to worry about, you know, the Ruby potentially telekinesis you, mid-dive, and, yeah, you just get screwed over massively. But talking about getting screwed over, Yopaj was taking quite a beating there in the mid lane.
And they actually swap lanes, right? Putting Natsumi in the top lane, putting FBZ in the bottom lane, just because they want to get those matchups, right? They want to have the Naga Siren against the Marcy. Oh, that's an arrow. That could be a dead CML.
It's a lot of damage. Try to get himself away, and yeah, a couple of last right clicks are found. Natsumi picking up the first blood. Very, very nicely done there.
I don't think he expected the ensnare to come in. You know, that's a very rare thing to see. Oh, mid lane?
What happening? Mac now, yeah, extremely low. Yopaj though still got, you know, skills on cooldown for another 7 seconds, so should be fine there. Actually, might be careful though, because he doesn't have to simulate to try and dodge. So Yopaj could potentially go for another kill right now. Actually, he's lacking the mana for his own combo, so probably gonna have to put a hold off for now. Oh, Mule up top.
Water.
It's just a constant little like harassment trade going out in this lane.
Yeah, the no points to Riptide early from Nagasaki, but you're still doing fair amounts of damage with just the illusionist there. So yeah, they were very committed to making sure that Zephyr and Natsumi were together. Natsumi, arrow comes out, Akashi takes it.
Yeah, it takes it straight to the face. Who's going to actually end up dropping first right now? Natsumi's getting very low. They do manage to bring down the Naga Siren. At the very least, there is the trade, but regardless, just slightly favoring Polaris in that respect.
You understand that, right?
In the meantime, yeah, it seems like Polaris not off to the best laning start. Bach is only sitting at 6 CS compared to FBZ's 14. Top lane, Akashi's only got 6 himself. Bach is level 2, but he doesn't actually have a point in Devour yet, by the way. He's saving his skill point. That is interesting to see. You know, most of the time, I don't think I've seen a Doom not take Devour by level 2.
Yeah, I mean, is there a particular sort of turn of events where you'd want to take the Infernal Blade instead of the Devour?
I guess if you can lift someone to the tower and Infernal Blade them there, it does do a lot, right? Like, that's very powerful. But, I mean, like I said, it's very surprising. Look, he takes Devour at level 3, and now he's going to go eat a creep. But quite, I'm not going to say late, but quite interesting that he waited as long as he did.
Yeah, doesn't quite get the impact out of the skill as you'd like. You know, that in that time you waited to pick it up, that's like 2 to 3 creeps that he could have potentially eaten for the extra bit of gold.
Exactly. He's got the Devour creep, by the way. This thing does a whole lot of damage. 140 on, I think, a 4-second cooldown it is. And 50 mana cost. Like, this is just the creep. You're going to have some mana issues, though, but you just spam this out. It's so painful.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it looks like he's already sort of planned for that. Got the 3 mangoes in his inventory as well, just to help keep that spam coming out. I mean, it's definitely going to be a useful tool to try and counteract the spam coming out from the Jingu stack.
One more?
FBZ takes a lot of beatings for it now. Does manage to get the dodge out there for one of the right clicks. It doesn't matter. Oh my lord, man. Bok just comes in for one more chain lightning to the face. And yeah, easy peasy kill there onto FBZ.
This thing's got a long cast range. Like, if you hover over it, it is not short. Like, this thing can hit you from quite a mile away. I think it's got more. It's the same thing as a Fade Bolt from the Rubik. So FBZ was not respecting it. He's thinking, you know, he was kind of hiding in the trees. Goes, shows his face, but takes a lightning bolt straight to it and loses his life. And just shows up immediately. More lightning coming out, and very close to the arcane boots.
There's blue lightning, there's green lightning, it's like, there's too many ways that FBZ is just getting zapped in this lane. And yeah, like I say, once those arcane boots are out, just the spam of these skills is just not going to stop at all. He just can't get close to the creeps now. Already having to pop another salve, like, they're going to need the rotations coming from the Tusk soon, it feels.
Cancelled, the salve is cancelled. That he's got no regen on FBZ. Oh lord. Top lane, there's some action happening, maybe costing Natsumi his life.
Yeah, it does get caught. Nice place from Polaris. Just, you know, Akashi jumping in, toss it back into the waiting arms for all the creeps and CMO with the old Bramble Maze on top. And that's, yeah, second death in a row there for the Naga Siren. So, seems like this safe lane for Polaris going alright.
I gotta say, I don't really care about the other lanes. I'm just enjoying watching Bach lightning FBZ time and time again. No, because like I got nothing against the team. It's so funny to see the dude just go up like, psst, psst. And the guy's like, all right, that's it. I got no life. He's actually got a infused raindrops to help with the spam, and it's helped, but it's been costly. Oh,
yeah, it's quite expensive. Yeah, in the mid, Yopaj in some real danger right now. Looks like he might end up dropping. There is a X-Nova coming in to try and help out, and it looks like just with the slow actually from the dive does make a difference, and yeah, Yopaj is able to walk himself away. But that's still him, no HP, no mana, no bolt charges. Got to walk himself back to his base, so it's a bit more space for Mac to work with.
Bach is out of mana. His arcane boots ready, and then round 2 of this very fun lane can go out for FBZ. And lightning again.
Dragging back X-Nova, still no time or cooldown. It's just the constant zaps, man, doing so much work. Jing trying to juke out the trees, but still the ooh, the Bounder Shark actually misses. And he just can't survive. You know, you really need that lifesteal. We're trying to get the kill to Jing if he can, but he just can't do it. Oh wow, that little miss made a big difference there.
4 infused raindrops used by FBZ, and still he's unable to survive the lane, and the net worth is going to start really going well for Bach. Yeah, he's number 1, and the FBZ has been suffering this lane. So yeah, Bzzzt wins games, guys. Just Bzzzt. That's all you need to do.
Oh, you need to do. If I'm sure Box wishing he could have like buy a second pair of arcane boots just to keep this spam going, but not quite gonna happen this time. Oh, up at the top as well, Kashi took quite a beating, but was able to retreat. Maybe you know, with them so low, it's going to be a bit more space for Natsubi to work with, try and recover his own farm again.
What Bach is going for? He's going for infused raindrops for himself, along with a clarity. He's like, I don't think I'm shooting out enough lightning, so I need to get some. I gotta get some mana regen on my team on myself right now because FBZ is having too much of a good time, and FBZ is down to it has 2 fused raindrop. I thought see lightning come out. Doom is available. This is gonna be very scary for FBZ if he gets out of position.
Yeah. Did he? I think he caught a glimpse of the fact that Bok is level 6. So it's probably going to be in his mind. And yeah, he's playing around it. Make sure he jumps into the trees. Could be able to avoid it for now.
This one CS with the boundless. It's on your punch now to get something going, and looks like he's teleporting. He's gonna try to go bottom. Maybe it's a bit of a tough kill to get Bok though, gotta say. And yeah, this is an awkward rotation for sure.
Yeah, really wanted to try and use this DD rune while he had it, but just a good read from Polaris. Managed to back on out and just ends up wasting the Tusk's time there. And yeah, with the Doom still off of cooldown, you just know the Polaris are waiting for the opportunity to use it as soon as they can.
Luckily for Boom, the best thing that's happening for them is that Natsumi's farming up a storm. Like that is, I'm not saying the only thing they need, but you can win with just a very farmed Naga Siren if Natsumi has an out of control game. Like FBZ suffering is acceptable, but Natsumi suffering would be not. You know, it's like you're doing well with Natsumi. Your Paj is getting decent farm as well, so you're kind of comfortable with it. And they've got a nice bunch of stacks coming out here as well for Natsumi to farm later on.
Yeah, just got to keep those stacks coming. Trying to keep.
Here comes your Paj.
Yeah, Doom lands on towards FBZ as well, down towards the bot. They're trying to keep him alive with the Sun Ray, but it's still only level 1, so it's not doing too much work right now. As yeah, not a single thing that the Monkey King could do to survive that one. Looks like they're still trying to go for X Nova as well, charge and see if they get an extra +1, but not quite going to happen. Meanwhile, at the top, still your Paj here, lurking.
He's been here for a while.
Alright, looks like they're going to go on towards CML, able to get the Shadow Realm off at the very least. TP response coming in from the Void Spirit as well to potentially turn this whole fight around. Jumping in, quite aggressive, got a connection on towards the Tusk. That's going to be their primary target. There is the Song of the Siren there. Natsumi making the space, allowing him to disengage. Actually, never mind, the Monkey King also getting involved.
Wukong.
There is Wukongs with the 2-man Boundless at the very least. Wants to get the 3-man, just hold it for as long as he can. They take down Akashi, they're going to take down Shin getting involved. Very nicely played there from Boom.
Yeah, great setup with the sleep. Wukong coming out right after that. Don't often see the Monkey King taking it at level 6, but or the Naga Sirens taking the Song of Siren early, right? Most of the time we see them just go for something like 4-0-4 by level 8, but worked out really well for them. Much needed. They needed that to happen. Otherwise, the game was going to go a little bit out of control. Bach is going to go for the Hand of Mice after the Arcane Boots. I like it. He's going to wait for the mech. You know you're up against the Naga Siren. She takes time to get online, so why not go for the farming build yourself?
Yeah, why not? I mean, he's already been having a fantastic game. May as well keep it going. Just bump it up as much as possible. And yeah, just another 380 gold away from Box Hand of Midas there, and his farm is really going to start bouncing out of control. Now it looks like Boom's starting to swap around the waves. Natsubi coming down towards the bot, try and use up this space, and yeah, the Monkey King just wants to stay as far away from Bok as he possibly can.
It's like, I've been traumatized. I don't want to deal with that anymore. He's probably gonna have to swap his creep for something else, right? The chain lightning is good, but does lose some of its efficiency later on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there is a cut-off point where this skill just kind of feels a bit useless, which yeah, is sort of getting to that point now. Probably gonna look to find a better creep if you possibly can.
See what he wants to go for. There's a Wild Wing Ripper. Actually, the Wild Wing Ripper wouldn't be so bad for the extra armor, and he does go for it. The 3 armor for your team is very valuable, so I like it. And of course you do get the Hurricane, which you can use to push either enemies or allies anywhere you want. So you can move FBZ out of the Wukong, for example, or people up and down cliffs.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. Well, looks like they're trying to go on towards Max. Snowball lands on towards CML. Looks like the Dark Willow would be the casualty instead, but potential trade on towards Zephyr. Nice Astral Steps on Mac gets the damage in. They do bring them down. So it ends up just being a little trade of supports there.
For one, slightly favoring Polaris, but not a big deal, right? Like it's not, nothing was really expended by either side either. It's not like a Doom, a Wukong, or I mean the biggest thing they used was a War was spent.
Yeah,
And
not much expended.
and Natsu just continuing farming away very happily. This pick by them has been working really well. Oh, Bach.
Yeah, Natsumi's on top of him with the help there of Yopaj going for the punch. Oh, nice technical use there, making the space. That's going to turn up with the Doom. Natsumi going to get punched this quite hard, but still they're making the space. The Sunray with the slight heals going to allow them to turn around, take out Akashi. They're going to be able to take out Bok. And yeah, Natsumi gets denied as well. Jing also in some danger, trying to duke out underneath the tower. Matt getting involved. There is going to be the egg drop, but it's still level 1. It drops so damn quickly. He will die. Going to get the quick trade onto Jing as well as CML. And Yopaj, he's after the Rampage. He wants it. He's going to chase after Maki. With this Arcane Rune, he's just been able to spam these skills non-stop. And there it is. Rampage picked up at just 13 minutes into the game.
I mean, I told you, this guy is one of the most active players out there, and he's on Tusk, who is a extremely like aggressive hero. He just gets it, almost has the Desolator ready. At about 1,000 gold, he'll have it. Meanwhile, FBZ's been able to farm up, although he's still a little bit far behind. Natsumi survives that situation. Actually, he got denied, so he didn't survive. But still not giving anything over to Polaris. Oh, that's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm sure for Yopaj, that is the sort of moment where he really wished he already had that Desolator completed. Like, that would have been so many charges for him. He'd have been on cloud 9, and yeah, he could have really been flying out of control this one. In the mids, Yopaj and Matt just playing around. There are a few other heroes coming into the area, but no one's arriving fast enough to actually make anything happen. I mean, actually, potential grab onto X-Nova, tries to deny. Yeah, good lift timing there from Jing. Denies the retreat.
And actually, this is an interesting skill build coming out from X-Nova. He's maxing out the Sun Ray before the Fire Spirits. He's going for a 1-2-3 build with more points than Sun Ray. I wonder if he's going to max out by 8. This is very unusual. Most of the time, we see the Fire Spirits maxed out first, just because it gives you that that farming potential, the extra attack speed reduction, more damage. It's just the easier spell to max out almost every time. So it's one of those interesting picks that we don't see very often.
Yeah, it seems to be working out quite nicely so far. Still, 2,000 gold lead is into the advantage there of Boom. There's also this little 2-man smoke coming out from both CML and Mac. Obviously, I did see FBZ in the area. Their smokes going to get broken. They do get a spot onto him, but just barely FBZ's able to get the leap away into the trees.
Well played. Fast fingers right there, making it out to safety. Recognizing, oh, there's a sentry there. They spot him in. Bach, he runs into. Oh, they go to your pipe. That is the kill you want.
Yeah, they did get the Doom, but still he's able to disengage. But never mind, Rubik's committed with the stolen snowball. He's flying in, dragging him back. Bok is like, dude, chill out. I don't want to get involved. And Boom on the hunt. Can they at least get the return kill on towards the Rubik? They will find him. I mean, that was actually all 5 members of Boom getting involved just for that kill. But, Doom is wasted. That's a big, big thing to note.
And we maintain Yopaj's streak, right? He's got, how many kills has he got? He's got 7-0-2. So you not want to give these kills away. Oh, Mac, he's gonna be alright.
Yeah, easy dissimulate dodge. The Brambles connects onto Yopaj. Terrorite's also going to be there. It's a lot of lockdown, but the Sunray's coming in as well as the Song of the Siren. And it doesn't look like Boom want to try and turn around this. Just doing this to fully disengage. Don't lose anybody. FBC's here. What does have the Wukong into the backlines, but still the pressure for more. Yopaj just annihilates CML, punches to the face, lockdown as well on the Void Spirit. Mac into real danger, able to disengage with the stolen Song of the Siren. It allows Mac to just TP out in front of everyone. Akashi though drops to Yopaj, and it looks like the Rubik's in some real danger as well there with the FBC on top of him. Box off to the side, but there's not too much the Doom can do to help out here, as eventually Jing will be brought down. So, yeah, pretty decent fight there for Boom.
I've not really seen Akashi do much this game. I mean, first that was a crazy, incredible fight. I love how Mac was able to make it out by TPing just at the edge of the egg. Oh, FBZ, he might be in trouble.
Yeah, he actually getting punished quite hard. Maybe a little bit out of position, but doesn't matter. In comes the rest of Boom. Yopaj blows up CML, but still they do lose FBZ. So Polaris, I guess they're happy with that little trade at the very end.
For sure. Check out Akashi's item build. He's going for a Battle Fury on Marcy. They've actually got stacks available. Look at the ancient stacks right now. So, all right, Malfury, Marcy. I don't think I've seen this before. I remember when we saw something like the what's it called, the armlet on it, and you go for BK Basher, but crazy Bach bomb lane.
Yeah, he just disappears in second, man. The damage output from Yopaj is just way too much at this point. No one could really stand for long. But yeah, 100% Malfury is an interesting pick from Marcy, but I guess it actually kind of makes sense versus a Naga Siren, right? Like, your ultimate already gives you a good amount of AoE damage, but with the Battle Fury as well, you'll be able to probably get rid of those illusions in just the first burst of 3 attacks. So, yeah, we'll see how it ends up working out. It sounds good on paper.
I guess. I mean, he's really far behind in terms of net worth, so I guess the Battle Fury is going to be necessary to keep him, like, competitive. And he should have it right after this creep. He's going to go get it right now. He's going to have an Ancient to farm. Just get stacked one more time. I imagine he's going to ulti for it. Or is he just going to sidekick or not? We'll find out. But, oh, he is going to ulti for it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, try to make as quick work out of it as he possibly can. And it shouldn't take too long at all. Now with the tag team activated, yeah. But he takes a fair bit of damage, but it doesn't matter. He's going to be able to lifesteal that back up. And yeah, see what he's going to buy next with that big cash injection. I assume it just sort of has to be the BKB, right?
Yes, I think so too. I just love that he just shot up in terms of net worth and he went for the Battle Fury on the Marcy. I've never seen it before. But even though we're at the tail end of the patch, we are still seeing some incredible stuff showing up. Oh, Goshan is going to your patch.
Yeah, easy cleanup. And it makes sense, you know, normally you would give the Aegis to the Tusk, doesn't really need it, but he's been having such a good game and he's doing so much work at these team fights that there's no real reason not to. Just make this man into an absolute monster. And it's already very hard for Polaris to deal with. Like, killing the Tusk twice now feels next to impossible.
And not only that, but if he dies right now, he gives them a streak, right? It is a beyond godlike streak, so that extra gold could be enough to give Polaris what they need to come back. And Mac actually gets one punch to back to the next world, basically.
Yeah, he just could not survive that at all. Just so much aggression coming out here from Boom Esports in this first game. Really are, yeah, coming out of this cage swinging. 6,000 gold advantage now, sub 20 minutes in. Feeling pretty damn good.
Wait, I think some people are saying I have audio issues. What?
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's weird. Hopefully it fixes itself.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Right, that's usually how things go, right? They fix themselves eventually.
Yeah, you just gotta leave it. They'll do their own thing. Oh, we all up top. Natsumi. Okay, just using the song to TP out. Give the space for FBZ as well. Making sure they don't get caught. Can the illusions finish the tower? Ooh, no, they can't. Down to 50 HP though. Probably will just have to get denied away. We all though actually might get a little fight here in the mids. So both teams are sort of posturing on opposite sides of the mid lane there, but no team deciding to make the jump.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's anything wrong. I mean, my mic is going through from Discord to the stream, so it should be okay, right?
Should be. Sounds like it's coming through fine on my end, but yeah, OBS has got a mind of its own sometimes.
Let's hope not. Well, FBZ, he's going to just go for the Echo Saber, Orb of Corrosion, and to the BKB, so he's got decent... I mean, considering the start he had, he's farming pretty well for himself right now. I mean, it's crazy. Not Polaris, I was thinking that they're the ones who are going to be taking the game, but Esports with a 7,000 gold lead right now. And, oh, might be get even more right now.
Quick jump here, Mac. He just does not last long at all. Burned away in a second. Terrorize also just got expended there. So not only a free kill, but an ultimate wasted away. So there's definitely going to be a queue for Boom to just keep on pressing the advantage while they can. So Natsumi's just shoving the tier 2 bot with obviously all the illusions. And the rest of the team's coming in to secure it as well. Actually, Yopaj, not caring about just towers, wants to get that kill straight away on top of the Rubik and down in a second. This man is 13-0-3 right now. He's absolutely on fire.
And you gotta wonder, is there something that Polaris can do that's gonna put them back into the game? I mean, Akashi, when he gets the BKB, will that actually change the situation? Akashi, he might be in trouble right now. And he is.
Yeah, Yopaj on the case, holding him back right now and bound to strike, denying any sort of chance to get away. This is just crumbling to pieces now for Polaris. Like, they really need a miracle or some strong, strong teamwork to come back into this one. It's going to believe actually Upaj potentially finding another one. Okay, I thought he might have decided to jump onto Bok there, but even he's not that crazy, you know. He's got some control.
It's like, no, Bok's pretty tanky. He's got the Guardian Greaves, he's got Wraithband. He's not the easiest target to go in for, but CML, that's perfect.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't even need that much follow-up, just one quick punch to the face, especially with the double damage rune, and yeah, CML just disintegrates. And yeah, now up to 10,000 gold leads, win probability, very comfortable 95% as well. Gaben is 100% edge in his bets.
100? Really? It's like, oh my god. And to be fair, Esports, they have a better team fight. Their late game is fantastic. It seems like Polaris, they're going to have to do something crazy to come back in this game. Can you like dispose someone into your side with the core Marcy? It seems unlikely. Can you get a pick off? It's very tough right now for Polaris. And maybe we underestimate Boom just a little bit here. A lot of props goes to Yopaj as well as Natsumi, right? Yopaj crushed the, I mean, he's really won the mid lane. Natsumi, it felt like he shut down Akashi a little bit. We have not seen the Marcy do anything this game.
Yeah, really, it's not being able to do Marcy things whatsoever, and I mean, maybe that is because of this Battle Fury sort of plan. You know, normally a Marcy would have BKB already online, and you can actually get into the backlines and do work, but Synods have it. Meanwhile, talking about work happening in the mid, looks like CML is going to be dead another time right now.
I just love that every time they're dying just to the punch from Yopaj. He is 16-0-3. What is going on there?
Yeah, he's having an absolutely fantastic game right now. Made 2 more kills and he's got, you know, effectively double godlike spree. Just, why not? Just keep the ball rolling. Absolutely nothing can stop this man at this point.
Still trying to find a way for Polaris to get something going. I mean, they have Doom, right? So if you can Doom the right target, you are going to be able to have at least a good start for 5 versus 4. Maybe Natsumi is still the target you want to get doomed. The sleep is just too much of a counter. But Natsumi's got heart, so you have to doom him and kill everyone else, then take him out last. And that seems like a very tall order. Well, at least Bok gets a couple of bounty runes for his trouble.
Yeah, at the very least, you know, a little bit of glimmering light there coming out for the side of Polaris. A few bounty runes, always going to feel good. Wu Jing. Oh. I think they just spotted him there, jumping between the trees. But he's a slippery old Rubik there, just hopping around, and he should be fine.
It's not even worth chasing him most of the time. Oh, wait, FBZ?
He's doing it though. Gets the first stun. Do they have any way of breaking the trees? I'm not sure. He's just still hopping around.
Jeez.
They can't catch him. Meanwhile, though, Natsumi did just get a free kill onto CML somewhere else. But yeah, they're just like, right, okay, I'm not wasting any more time chasing this Rubik. Just let him go. Actually,
I think this is fine for Polaris, right? Just you're wasting so much time for on the enemy side. They're like, we'll find him. We'll find him eventually. It's like, no, you're not. You're not gonna find him.
Yeah. Oh dear. You know, Rubik just doing Rubik things. That's what you got to do. You know, when you steal a skill like this, you gotta just use it, even though it's kind of weird. It's just fun. It's just good fun.
Needs to be careful. He might come across. No, like the courier actually. I was like, is that whose courier? It is his courier. He's going back normally.
Yeah.
There is no Aegis. Polaris. If they can kill Natsumi, or at least doom him, they could have a chance to take a fight.
Yeah, and that really is sort of their only chance, is getting that priority doom target on the go, and they're going to do it soon. As Boom knocking onto the tier 3 of the bot here. Going to force Polaris to try and address. Mac just jumping in, trying to do some burst damage to force them off the tower, but regardless, Natsumi, he's a really, really tanky man with this heart. Mana, everything else. Now they're going to try and commit. Going on top of him. He's still alive for now. Doom also getting commit. This Wukong's command is just perfectly placed. Can be doing so much work, but it doesn't matter. The Naga Siren is dead. Ed will pop. Connects onto the 2 main cores. Akashi taking a beating, but still is able to leap away. It's a very nice fight coming up there from Polaris. They actually take down that priority kill and don't lose anybody.
Not only do they do that, but they do it in a Wukong and an egg exploding. Like, these are not like, oh, they were able to get, like, they took on the full force of Boom Esports and came out swinging. Natsumi, maybe, I'm overestimating his tankiness. However, it's still, they're going for more here.
I'm going to try to. Zephyr dead in a second. Mac, though, pushing for more. It's obviously E-Blade on towards Yopaj. Actually gets dodged there from the snowball, but still FBZ to stand his ground, beating into it. Now will be forced to disengage. Bot getting the first whack. He can't jump away onto the trees, and FBZ's like, oh wait, I probably should have run away.
What? The Boom Esports 4 vs 5 deciding to sort of still hang around in the area. They get punished for it heavily, and that 96% chance to win. It doesn't feel so 96 to me right now.
Yeah. It's dropped down a little bit, down to just 90. So it definitely feels like Polaris. They're finding the right targets, they're bouncing back in the right ways. And yeah, they're definitely making space, clawing this game back as much as they possibly can, but there's still just a mountain's worth of net worth between Natsumi and Akashi. It's like pretty much 6,500 gold.
Yeah, and it's like it's a Marcy, right? So the scaling just doesn't feel like it's going to be as effective. However, he's going to get a Basher. That's a huge power spike for him, especially in controlling Yopaj, who, again, has not died. Like, he has been the massive, I would say saving grace, because the whole team is playing pretty decently, but he has been the one who's making all the moves happen for the team.
Yeah,
oh,
definitely.
Look at that. Dagger of the Wristful on Tusk. That's pretty amazing, because you just activate, you always punch, you get a bonus 120, 140 damage, I believe.
No, he swapped it out, though. He went for the quickening charm. Wants those shorter cooldowns instead. Just for the extra spam. So next Roshan, up in 25 seconds. If Boom realizes it's up any second right now, Zephyr's just going to chill in the pit, go away AFK, you know, might go to make a cup of tea or something like that while he waits.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
8,000 net worth only for Boom Esports, but again, they still have the better draft late game, you know, it's just much easier for them to play. Polaris, their only chance to win fights, I feel, would be that you have to doom out the Naga Siren. If Naga Siren is not doomed, you can get a good sleep off, reset, and it's going to be very tough for them. Still, they did once, there's no reason why they can't do it again.
Yeah, 100%. And that they do. They probably have to do that again, and maybe even a time after that. Especially seems like now Boom are going to be able to clear up this roast. There's literally zero vision for Polaris in the area. They have no idea this is going on. That is a very easy objective secured there for Boom.
And I don't think that they're going to give the Aegis to anyone except the Naga Siren, right? It's like this, it has to be a Natsumi, because they realize that he can't be killed, and that's what they go for. Healing Locket on Xnova. I was seeing him go for this build. I was like, He had the fluffy hat. Is he going for it? And he does go for it with the shard, so it's a lot of extra health coming out from him. Sorry, a lot of healing coming out from him.
Yeah, it is a lot. It definitely seems like it's been another key feature on allowing the majority of Boom's esports draft to just stay alive in these fights. I mean, it pretty much does counter out the damage, like the dot damage that comes out from the Doom's ultimate as well. Just allows people to try and stand their ground. And yeah, with this Aegis in tow, we'll probably see Boom attempt another high ground push momentarily. Or do you think they need to pick off before going high ground, or can they literally just shove it?
I think they can shove it. I mean, last time they, you know, maybe, well, that didn't go according to plan, but you have an Aegis now. I don't think there's any reason why they can't just shove it. Poor Bok, he's trying to get a creep to Midas and eat, and yet Akashi is not giving him a single creep. That's 2 creep waves. Akashi's taking everything. Bok's like, there you go, ha! I'll eat this, I'll get this, and now I'm fine. But yeah, Boom Esports, they don't need to play it careful, if that makes sense. Like, they can just bulldoze their way in, and it's on Polaris to stop them.
Yeah, and it looks like the bulldoze is now coming in. Natsumi beating into this bottom tier 3 yet again. It will end up dropping down. The TP is now coming in from Polaris. Can they actually keep this set of barracks alive? It definitely looks like they're going to try jumping in. They got the initial stun on towards Natsumi. The Boundless, though, connects on towards back, but the Void Spirit just gets deleted right now. Bok also completing his Doom on towards Yopaj, but there is going to be the Wukongs as well as the Song of the Siren. But nice terrorize, force the majority of the disengage. It's just FBC left in his in the base on his own against Akashi right now. Jumps in from Mac, trying to control him up, but just so many heals. The Monkey King's not dropping. It's a die back there from Mac, down for 80 seconds. Still not lost anyone. Yopaj, oh my lord, just destroyed CML.
He's been doing this entire game. I feel like every time I look at CML, he's getting punched by Yopaj and losing his life. And yeah, those 10 deaths, I wouldn't be surprised if at least 9 of them didn't go for in Yopaj's favor. And Boom Esports, yeah, like we said, they're the ones who can do whatever they want. They can just bulldoze in, and F Polaris has to find some sort of answer to it. Natsumi still has the Aegis. I think he's got for about almost 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's a huge amount of time, but still looks like Polaris going to attempt to do what they can right now. Buyback already expended from CML, but it's Boom, they're just not scared, not being pushed away from the set of barracks whatsoever. Second set is gone, and they are still not falling back. Going now for the top set, they want to secure Megas. Still 30 seconds without the Void Spirit. Can Polaris hold on?
No.
Just straight no.
It's not happening, man. I mean, they still have the egg from the Phoenix if they need to go for it. I mean, Polaris, they aren't going to have Mac up in about 10 seconds. Boom might respect that, or Boom can be like, no, we don't respect anything here. We just want to take the racks. Natsumi, still, like I said, 2 minutes on the Aegis, and Yopaj CML again.
Just annihilates Darkwillow. Looks like it's a quick response to Yopaj. This spears extremely quickly. That's a huge kill streak, but it doesn't really matter at this point. They got the control on towards back. The Void Spirit's trying his best to survive. Just can't do it. 2 people dead again for Polaris. Mega, sorry, now secured. Do Boom go back, or do they just try and end right now?
Looks like, I think they're just going to try and end, right? 2 people are dead. Why don't you just go and end the game right now? Kashi's dead as well. He has buyback. Use it instantly, but so what's he really going to do with it? Balk has the Doom, but now you're still up against 4 people. Oh.
Yeah, has to pop his BKB, try to disengage, focus onto Natsumi, and just dead in seconds there from Akashi. Yeah, Polaris, they tap out. GG is called. So game number 1 of this best of 3 goes towards Boom.
It looked pretty damn good for Polaris at the start, you know? They looked like Balk was just having a nice time against FBZ, getting those kills, keeping him low. But Yopaj, absolute god on the Tusk. Like, every time he moves around the map, he was getting a kill. I think he ended the game with something like 20 kills. How? Oh, sorry. He's got 18 kills. My bad, not 20. And he did die at the end. You know, you gotta give him a penalty for that. But insane performance by him. I love the combination of the Naga Siren as well as the Miran in the top lane. Really felt like it shut down Polaris early on. And Polaris, I thought they played a lot slower than like the draft intended. Akashi goes for Battle Fury on Marcy. That's very odd. We saw Mac go for an Ethereal Blade. This is an item that takes a lot of gold to to purchase, and it didn't even help him much. I see the Witchblade. It makes sense that then you go for Aghanim Scepter or BKB. Half the time he Ethereal Blades himself or someone, and then he just dies right after because of Sunray or some random stuff. And CML as well as Rubik were just walking food for Yopaj. He just shows up and punches them every time.
It was absolutely disgusting. Definitely the Yopaj show there, that first game for sure. And yeah, like we say with Mac, the E-Blade, it came out, but it didn't really do anything, did it? Like, just every single time we tried going on someone, there was tons of ways to heal or disengage or stall coming out from the entirety of Boom's draft. And yeah, just really walked all over them. That's kind of the opposite of what we're expecting from this series. You know, we thought Polaris would have come in, the stronger team, going to be able to perform really, really well, but Boom Esports really surprising us there.
I went in thinking Polaris, decent draft. You do see the Nagasaki, you're like, this game goes late, Nagasaki is probably going to be able to win the game, no problem, but I did not think that Battle Fury Marcy was going to be a thing. Like, that caught me by surprise. I think it slowed down the draft too much for Polaris, and Boom Esports took full advantage of it and just ran them over. Yeah,
100%. Like, I sort of understand the thinking behind the Battle Fury pick, but yeah, it really did not work out whatsoever. And yeah, fantastically played there from Boom to pick up on that slight weakness in the draft there of Polaris. But that is obviously game number 1 down, guys. We got game number 2 coming up in just about 10 minutes time, so not long to wait at all. So we will see you there then.